Hey, this is my toolbox walkthrough. So this is just the biggest Husky box I could buy at Home Depot here in Canada. So I'll start at the top and work our way down. At the top up here, I have a front end puller set, just pretty standard. It's all just like cheaper stuff because I don't use it every day. Underneath that, we got also just cheaper slide hammer. Don't use it a ton, so it's just cheaper. Nothing crazy. Then we got some impact sockets. Use those a fair bit, but only for bigger stuff. So I only have metric, really. Rarely find I ever need another size. Clutch fan tool, gear wrench, seems to work pretty good. Then we have older Snap-on torque wrench that I use all the time, 1100 inch-pounds, easy to foot-pounds. 2 Mastercraft Maximum, that's a 3/8, and then there's a half in there. Not gonna bother opening them. Then I have my Snap-on 1/4 inch metric set, which I use all the time. This set's great with this holder because I can just grab it with that and go. I got some paint pens, a project I've been working on the milling machine, a dial indicator that I don't use a ton. The charger, there's a power strip in there. Then I got some phone cords. Gauge, tire pressure gauge. I got mix match, plier drawer, Grip-On, which is the same company that makes Snap-ons, vice grips, some proto chisels, Blue Point spark plug puller wires, some Snap-on big cutters, line cutters, cheap channel locks, electrical crimpers, strippers. I got some needle noses and other things in there. Long needle noses, assortment of files. Next to that, I have screwdrivers. I have a bunch of Mac, Wera, Klein, Snap-on, kind of whatever I've gotten. Radiator pick, panel popper, some technician screwdrivers, positive drive, small pick, small cheap pick set. Seems to last pretty well. Junk drawer, spare spark plugs for the Camaro, zip ties, random breather filter. These would be metric wrenches, so I have a mixture of Snap-on and Mac and Mastercraft Maximum, which is like a offshore brand here in Canada. Got some, kind of got the main wrenches, fairly organized. I got some adjustables, a GM battery terminal tool, really useful if you have GM batteries, which I pretty much have GM vehicles. So that's super useful. That's from a Mac guy. Some Gray, it's a Canadian brand. Flare nut wrenches, those are really useful for brake lines. Some nut drivers that I literally never use, so pretty much useless. Then I got my standard drawer, which is a mixture of Mastercraft Maximum with some Snap-on mixed in there. I have kind of all my other weirder wrenches mixed up in here. They're a mixture of Proto and Snap-on. I have a full set of the flare nut wrenches that are organized better. Distributor wrench, GM oil, old school oil pressure sensor sockets. Those are all 3/8. I don't know why they're in there. This is just some spare ratchets, some spare Torx bits, and female Torx sockets that I don't really ever use, and impact, old school Blue Point impact for taking off like Honda brake rotors and stuff like that. Then we come down the big drawer, and I have my Snap-on 3/8 metric set service kit. Super nice. Little Blue Point mechanics magnet. Some long extensions for clutch bell housing bolts. Planetary or whatever oil filter tool. Those are super good. A bunch of Mastercraft sockets mixed in with some Mac stuff. Random extensions with some wobbles, impact wobbles. 10 mil for some drain plugs. I got a big Mac one that you can put a bar on. I'm sure the Mac guy doesn't love that. Tap sockets. These are super useful if you tap stuff. I do machining here too, so those are really useful. Spark plugs. This row is great because it's got all my specialty. I milled slot in the side of this one. I've got another special Snap-on spark plug pass-through socket there. Some other Snap-on extensions and stuff, a wobble. That's great because I just grabbed that and that'll do pretty much any spark plug I need it to. Oh, ratchets. Before I close that, I have a snap-on locking flex head. Nice, really nice. A Proto, which I probably use the most. And then just 2 snap-on non-flex head 3/8 drive. Then I got my 1/4" stuff, or my sort of 1/2" and some random 3/8 beater sockets that'll weld the stuff. Gray breaker bar. Drawer is definitely my messiest. Big Mac 1/2" drive ratchet. Snap-on wheel nut sockets. Some random other ones. Some flip sockets for wheels. Yeah, not anything crazy going on in there. Don't use that a ton. I do, but I don't. This is kind of some machining stuff. I just got a random tire depth gauge in there. A little snap-on one. I probably got for free off the truck. Some MIDI Toyo metric dial calipers. Random taps, chases. Got some carbide burrs for porting heads and stuff like that. Random drill bits, some helicoils. In here I also keep my turbo sockets. Those are really good to take off for rounded stuff. Those are Mastercraft Maximum, but I'm pretty sure there's one company that pretty much makes all of them. Cheaper set of calipers in here. Then I've got in here more machining stuff, a depth gauge, some more drill bits, a set of machinist straight edges and parallels. Randomly some zip disc stuff, but there's that. So there's a straight edge, center finder, angle finder, all that kind of stuff. Another key I made up for my latest chuck. Some left-handed snap-on drill bits, gear wrench extractors, carbide scribe with a magnet on the end of it. That's pretty useful. This is my Dremel and grinding stuff. I got soldering irons in there too, some solder. In here is a mess, but I have my power tools. I have a corded drill. I have a cordless DeWalt Impact, just a cheap one, but it does pretty much everything I need. A screw gun that I put impact adapters on. A light. Drill. Some random piston ring pliers. I got a rivet gun in there. Basic stuff. Junk drawer. Just got electrical fittings and sanding pads, random engine cleaning brushes, electrical connectors, dielectric grease, all that kind of stuff in there. Then I've got kind of my testing drawer, so I got a test light, I have a vacuum gauge, I have a compression tester, I have a timing light, dial back timing light, a cheap scanner, a multimeter, some random sockets. And in here, I have some pullers, some random pullers. This wrench, I have all the bolts for my harmonic balancer puller. Gear wrench one. I've had good luck with this, where I've broken others. So that's a good one. Some random small pullers that I got somewhere that I have extras of. An OEM puller that got spread. Some C-clamps, the ends broken off of them, don't know why I still have those. A valve spring compressor, really like this style. Lapping tool, and a cheap 2-jaw puller, which I have a nicer one in one of the kits. This is my pry bar drawer. Apparently comes with some garbage. 90-degree pry bar with a bolt locator, those are really nice. Jack handle that I can put over the end of ratchet or anything that's really stuck. Some Mayhew pry bars, some cheap pry bars because they're nice and thin, they fit in the spaces. A pipe wrench just for stuff that's really rounded off. This is my braking drawer where all my things that smash stuff, so giant channel locks, a Blue Point 24-ounce hammer, just a random 3-pound mini sledge, some other smaller ball peens, a dead blow, big pickle fork, which probably should get moved in with the pry bars, a cheap pickle fork, some mallets for putting stuff in lathes or vices, or just hitting stuff softly. I have in here, I have some more stuff. I have a big ball joint press, a cheaper one, but it's done everything I needed it to do. quite a few ball joints with that, U joints, other stuff. Old Blue Point Air Impact. I don't really find myself using it a ton. Brake flaring set that's not really that great. I've had to fix it a few times. Some sanding discs. Nice little Chicago pneumatic die grinder or 9-degree cutoff wheel. Used that quite a few times in tight spaces. Really nice for body work. Ingersoll Rand 9-degree die grinder with a roll-off pad. Great for cleaning up intakes and other stuff like that. Really like that. Cheaper dial indicator, but I really bought it because it comes in a nice box, so it's not gonna get wrecked. I haven't even used it yet. That goes in there. I keep my cheap tap and die set in here. Currently I keep it open. Just nothing crazy. Small tap and die set, cheaper. Works. I haven't broken any of those taps yet. Some other random stuff in here, like a small block Chevy oil priming thing, apparently an Acme threaded rod. I'm sure that's from piston ring compressor. An inspection camera for looking down spark plug holes, checking cross hatching of engines that I'm gonna buy. And that's pretty much it.